Good morning, boys and girls. I'm going to show you a great activity of science. We are going to test some things that sinks or floats. What is sinking? Sinking is something that goes under the water. What is floating? Floating is something that stays on the surface of the water. We are going to see an experiment today. I have a dish tub that has water in it, and I have few objects here that we are going to test whether it sinks or floats. And I have a sheet here that says sink on one side and float on one side. First, I'm going to drop this paper clip in the water and let's see what happens. It sinks to the bottom. So we are going to pick it up and keep it in sink. Next, we are going to test this rock. It sinks to the bottom. So we are going to keep this rock in sink. How about this sponge? What happens if we drop the sponge in water? It floats on water. Do you see? It floats on the surface of water. We are going to pick this and keep it in float. How about an apple? We'll see what happens if we drop an apple in water. It floats. Do you see? The apple is floating in water. So we are going to keep this one under float. Let's see. How about a pencil? We are going to drop this in water and see what happens. The pencil floats in water. You can see that. We are going to keep this one and keep it in float. How about a spoon? We are going to drop this in water and see. Oh, the spoon goes to the bottom of the water. So it sinks. So we are going to keep this in sink. How about this tennis ball? Let's see what happens. The tennis ball floats in water. Do you see that? It doesn't go to the bottom. It's floating. So it floats. We're going to keep this here in float. How about the shell? Let's try putting it in water. The shell goes to the bottom of the water. The shell sinks. We are going to keep this shell under sink. So under sink we have a paper clip, a rock, a spoon and a shell. And under float we have a sponge, an apple, a pencil and a tennis ball. You may take other objects and test whether it sinks or floats in water. Do not splash the water in the dish tub. Just drop the objects in the water gently. Why certain objects sink in water and why certain objects float in water? All objects are made up of atoms. You can see all objects are made up of atoms. These atoms combine to form molecules. The molecules combine together to form the object. If the molecules are tightly packed, they are heavier than water, they sink to the bottom. If the molecules are lightly packed and if the molecules are less weight than water, they float on the surface of the water. I hope you understand the sink and float and try testing your own objects at home and have fun.